Oceaniquad, Hia Jalaki Jo in Gawoniski. Galiele Chiquedo, Kohig, Wade Blevins, Dawadon, Kohig, Josko, Galko, Guinea, Jalagia de Lo, Quaste. Akay, Idiko Lia, na Inat Kanoheska, Nole, na told you what she could need. Hello, my name is Wade Blevins. Today, welcome to Cherokee 3 here at RSU TV. I'm glad that you're here. Today is our 37th Cherokee lesson. So we've gone really far. We've learned a lot of new stuff, and we've reviewed a lot of old stuff, but in new ways. So that seems to be how Cherokee is. I always laugh, and I hardly ever see the same word written in the same way twice. It seems like there are a million permutations to a single word, which makes it a challenge. But hopefully you and I together as learners, we can slog our way through it with the help of wonderful first language speakers, such as we've had Phyllis Six Killer on here, we've had Peggy Gertie Flute, we've had Kathy Sierra, we've also had Melvina Shot Pouch, so we're really, really happy for their willingness to share the language with us as learners. And make it available to us. That's very invaluable information. So come, all right, here's our story. So we're going to start out, we're going to read the story as far as we've gotten, then we'll continue, we'll add one more line to it, okay? So you can read along with me if you're going to work on your reading comprehension, or you can just follow along and listen to it if you want to work on your listening comprehension. All depends on you. Okay? Uwoduhi unjati inata kohi chike sangi ehei Gano hili donhi ni kai go hustino ahyo hi hei osta agist galujika sagu ika I aisa ji squa juhyo tlahi Ugoheno usti inad gan ge no hulti uwodu jahi na jei inada uwoduhi unjati ale udanti nigaste Dakanti. Gano hili dohino ule huistanei uktostanei uyosiske di kanti G squano dunanelei si nuena daku hitlaskino nun do daku na I se G stu dekane hei ju hyo tlahi I ugo he inat I gan ge. U wo du hi. U don di. Ni go stay. A se no. I na hi. U te sa I. Okay? A se no. I na hi. U te sa hi. All right. So, we read it. Let's see if we can understand what this means. So, aseno, but. Aseno means but. Inahi. I really had a hard time figuring this out. And then it finally dawned on me. We talked about this word in. I believe it might have been in Cherokee 1. It might have been in Cherokee 2. In is used when we talk about things, when we talk about things that have length, we talk about the length of something. In, okay? Utensa means he grew or he matured. It can also be he matured. Utensa, okay? So, but he had grown, okay? But he had grown. Aseno inahi utensa. Okay? So he again, remember from the previous lesson, he again was walking and he had some, I think, rabbits, and he came upon the snake again, right? And the snake was still laying there, the same snake that he had seen before, the beautiful spotted one that seemed friendly. However, the snake had grown larger, okay? He'd gotten bigger. All right, let's read through our Tojuwa Sequanid article. Hiyolegis hi a askaya ayetli chikatog. Niyole ganyik Redbird Smith do don't eh. Tojuwa Sequanid do don't eh. Salaki gante. Sita ojali helega hi in jusked askaya. Sagu yagayel chanel skoit skuhig skohi udane Tojuwa Sequanid. Kohi chik guye gwoni sonela du sine ojali heli gon udeti yiska. Klaskin doyo ganto do udeti yiska. Tojuwa Sequanid udeti yiska yi nulstan. Ani kitu wagi ani yawi yaka tiyo anego. Gato ke Tojuwa Sequanid ulsked jig. Tojuwa udod pig smith du don't eh. Sequanid jalagi ganti du don't eh. Only Smith ani yoneg du no eh. Ase gotlana anski jige se yusti. Tojuwa uji Lizzie Hildebrand du don't eh. Iju la jalagi ale a de jige se. Jalagi uweti di stoski dalustane Lizzie udod. Okay, so does anyone remember what we're talking about in this one? We're talking about, of course, Redbird's mother, Uji, and her name was Kataus Doe, Lizzie Hildebrand Doe. Lizzie Udo Kato Dalostane. What did he work at? Distoski. He was a miller, right? Distosk is someone that grinds, right? Someone that grinds things up. Ijul jugaya lege uwetita lagi nanda neha do no hi hune. Dita na whisky ke se udod. Nu de nas tojuwa ani kayele ke dini na whisky uni no sele siquanid tojuwa dita tinehi nidagas tanisa klaskin hehesti nigas tana. Siquanid unas agusa sam tojuwa udehote. Anoji ayengwiya kese agusa sam. Nulstanen ale uweti unino hetlan anijalagi anigusa ale aninoji tahe agusa sam. Osta adelo kwaski ge hen tojuwa. Udanto ale tonga woniski ge. Du yukta no leji yukta ge hen. Sawu yagayel chanelsko itskusonelsko. Tojuwa anikatuwa gi ajista negesta skadugi. Didatini do hege. Nahi yu takesa talakia neha ayatohi han gehe. Ayatohi han gehe. Une gujet nanda neha. Talakia yetli udigale hyoja gesa. Dan kliha unlena ha undalena undatliga. Squeezed ani yonega nehe. Kla unelagi elisa yigese. Ani yoneg du do tlasa udulihe aya tasti anita lagi aneha. Ani yoneg das commission uno tlanhe. Duni sesti aneha anita lagi. Das commission undulihe ayetli unity stika do anita lagi. Kato uni he nikata anita lagi tla ani si yawi ha yagese. Ani yoneg unaduli he duni neti ka do nikata anita lagi aneha. Nole duni skol dote ani yoneg un teti gadon. Tla unituliske anitalaki yinulstoti. Nikals tanuska anikatuwagi dindatinehi aneliske du yukta galohisti unkeoska. Unetlanahi dunkeosa aneliske anikatuwagi. Anika yul hi nuniwe se la tojuwa jitohale tang jalagi iyunatante jikalo sohanski. Okay, and remember this one's talking about raising up the Cherokee ways that had left behind. Utatanesco di dadlosti galagodi unesti. Bob Ross do nae di dadlosti tlaskin jujeli yigese. Okay, so that was, I believe, the last sentence in the story as it was. Bob Ross, do nae. He had them. Didadlosti, the belts. Tlaskin, however, jujeli yigese. However, they were not his. Okay. Okay. Bob Ross, let's read through this really slowly. Bob Ross udod John Ross gese. Okay. Bob Ross, most of these words, of course there are only 2 Cherokee words in this, and you should, at least they should ring a bell, okay? So Bob Ross udod, katohyat udod yonegiganti, katohyat udod. His father, Bob Ross udod, John Ross gese was. So Bob Ross's father was John Ross. Okay? Siwo? John Ross, jalagi, ugawiyuhi, gesei. John Ross, jalagi, ugawiyuhi, gesei. Okay, Gadohyat, can you, before I show you and before we talk about it, can you figure out what this sentence is? John Ross, chalagi ugawi yuhi gesei. Okay, Gadohyat jalagi. Gadohyat jalagi. Cherokee. Gadohyat ugawi yuhi. Gadohyat ugawi yuhi. Ugawi yuhi. Chief. Gadohyat gesei. Gesei. Was. Okay? So, John Ross was Cherokee chief. Okay, John Ross was Cherokee chief. Okay. All right. To Ju Hua, Dakini Waters, Ale, Wilson Gertie. Un, una, du, de le. Okay. Una, du, de le. Di, da, lo, sti. We, do, ni, ne, sti. Okay. Okay. To Ju Hua, Redbird, Dakini Waters, Ale, and Wilson Gertie. Okay. Una do de le. Una do de le. That means they were responsible to, or they were responsible for. Okay. They were the ones who were going to do something. Okay. Una do de le. Un do de le. Di dat losti. Okay, katohya di dat lost. Belts di dat lost. We do need nasty. We do need nasty. Okay, we had a word very similar, right here. Woo nasty. Woo nasty. This time we have we do need nasty. Okay, so do you remember what woo nasty means? Means him to go get something flexible, right? Him to go get something flexible, right? Related to the word hui negi, go get it, right? Okay, we do need nasty. Okay, we do need nasty. We means to go. Do would be them. Ni, uni, nasty. They go get it. Okay? So they pick it up or they get it. Okay? Obtain it. Okay? So this is an interesting word. It's got a lot of pieces that we've seen in other words put together. Okay? To Juhua, Redbird, Dakini Waters, Ale, Wilson Gertie, these three people, una do dele, and they were responsible, di dad los, di the belts, to go and get them. Okay, so they were responsible to go and get the belts. Okay. Okay. This Dakini Waters. Dida tini dohi. Aji stani gesta. Skadugi gese. Okay. Dakini Waters. Dida tini dohi. Aji stani gesta. Skadugi gese. Give you a couple minutes to see, or a couple seconds, to see if you can translate that sentence on your own without me. All right? Kadohyat di datini dohi. Di datini dohi. Leader. Can be a leader, it can be a captain, a colonel, didatini dohi. Kadohyat ajista negesta, ajista negesta, ajista negesta. That's the Illinois district. Remember we talked about it's a buffalo fish. Skadoogie. Skadoogie. District or community. Ge, Saint, was. Okay, so Dakini Waters was a leader or a captain of the Illinois district. Dakini Waters di da tini do he ajis da neges da skadu ge. Ale Wilson Gertie di da tini do he nu yu he skadu ge. Ale Wilson Gertie di da tini do he nu yu he skadu ge. Okay. Give you a few seconds to see if you can translate it on your own. Ale Wilson Gertie di da tini do he nu yu he skadu ge se. Ale katohia ale and Wilson Gertie di da tini do he. Okay, di da tini don't leader or captain. Nu yu he. This is a new word. Nu yu he probably. This is our word for the Canadian. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what it stands for, but Nu Yuhi Skadugi is Canadian district. Okay, Nu Yuhi Skadugi is the Cherokee word for the Canadian district. Okay, but I don't think Nu Yuhi actually means a Canadian. So, but that's what we call it. Nu Yuhi Skadug, Canadian district. Gese was. So, and Wilson Gertie was leader or was a captain in the Canadian district. Okay? All right. There we go. We've got a little bit of time left, so let's go back through and let's go through let's go this far. We'll go one more. All right. So we'll read through here. Let's read through the whole thing from here forward. And then we'll go back through and we'll pick out words and see if we can figure out what they might mean, okay? Nigalstanaska anigidu wagi dindatinehi aneliske duyukta galohisti unkevska unetlanahi duna kevsa aneliske anigidu wagi Anikayala hi a nuniwe sela tojuhwa jidoha leda jalagi iyunadante jikalo so hanski utadanesku Dida dlosti galagudi wunesti. Bob Ross, dunae, di dot losti, klaskin, jujeli yige se. Bob Ross udod John Ross ge se. John Ross jalagi ugawi yuhi ge se. Tojuwa Dakini Waters Ale Wilson Gertie Una du dale di dot losti we do ni nasty. Dakini Waters di dot tini dohi agista negesta skaduge gese. Ale Wilson Gertie di dot tini dohi nu yuhi skaduge gese. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Gedohiat ani gedu wagi. Gedohiat ani gedu wagi. Ani gedu wagi. Ketuas. Gedohiat galohisti. Galohisti. Gedohiat galohisti. Path. Gedohiat aneliske. Gedohiat aneliske. They thought. Gedohiat dindatinehi. Gedohiat dindatinehi. Leaders. Gedohiat nigalstanuska. 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 With this happening, Gedohiat duyukta. Gedohiat duyukta. Duyukta means straightforward, honest. Gedohiat una keoska. Una keoska. Una keoska. They were forgetting. They were forgetting. Una keoska. Gedohiat unetlanahi. Unetlanahi. God. Gedohiat aneliske. Aneliske. They thought. Gedohiat anigedu wagi. Anigedu wagi. Ketuas. Gedohiat duna keosa. Duna keosa. Duna keosa. He forgot them. Katohyat tojuwa. Katohyat tojuwa. Red bird. Katohyat chalaki. Chalaki. Cherokee. Katohyat hi'a. Hi'a. This. Katohyat anigayala. Anigayala. Elders. Katohyat chikaloso husky. Chikaloso husky. It's leaving. Katohyat nuniwe sela. Nuniwe sela. Nuniwe sela. They told him what they told him. Katohyat chitohaleta. Chitohaleta. Raise it up. Chitohaleta. Katohyat kalagwodi. Kalawod. Katohyat kalagwod. Sacred, beloved. Katohyat wunesti. Katohyat wunesti. Wunesti. Him or her to go get something flexible. Wunesti. To go get it. Katohyat titatlosti. Katohyat titatlosti. Belts. Katohyat at utadanesku. Utadanesku. He also asked. He also asked. Utadanesku. Katohyat jujele. 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 They're his, they belong to him. Katohyat dun nae. Dun nae. He had something flexible. He had several things that were flexible. He had flexible things. Katohyat titatlost. Katohyat titatlost. Belts. Katohyat udod. Udod. His father. Katohyat gesen. Gesen. Was. Katohyat ugawiyuhi. Ugawiyuhi. chief. Katohya Chalaki. Chalaki. Katohya Chalaki. Cherokee. Katohya Gesei. Gesei. Was. Katohya Ale. Katohya Ale. And. Katohya Tita Lost. Katohya Tita Lost. Belts. Katohya Unadudale. Unadudale. Undudale. Means they're responsible. Katohya Tojuhwa. Tojuhwa. Red bird. Katohya we do ni nest. We do ni nasty. Him to, or they to go get them. They to go get them. Katohya Ajista Negesta. Katohya Ajista Negesta. Buffalo fish, or Illinois. Katohya Skaduki. Skaduki. Community or district. Katohya Gese. Katohya Gese. Was. Katohya Didatini Dohi. Didatini Don't. Didatini Dohi. Leader, captain, colonel. Katohya Gese. Gese. Was. Katohya Ale. Ale. And. Katohya Nuyuhi. Nuyuhi. Canadian. Katohya Skadugi. Skadugi. Community or district. Katohya Didatini Dohi. Didatini Dohi. Didatini Dohi. Leader. Okay? Real quick, let me see if I can look up what Nuyuhi. I have an idea what, oh, it doesn't have it. So the dictionary doesn't have it. But all it has is Canadian River. So Nuyuhi Ekoniuweya. And Ekoniuweya is a river, big river actually, yeah. So, so we're getting really far in the story about Tojuhwa, or the information about Tojuhwa, and what he did and why he's so important. So I had told you before that when we got to the belts, I would talk to you a little bit about that and where it comes from and why these wampum belts are such a big deal, why they're so important. And so as you can see, Bob Ross had these belts, and we will learn in the future why he specifically had them. But these belts are used even still today. They have, if you remember, I talked about the other word for wampum belts, and it has that word dikanawa dusting. Dikanawa dusting means the things we should do, our laws, rules, those kinds of things. Adela is beads, right? So, and that word for them, or for the wampum belts, is because they have our laws written on them. Used to every year about fall time, they would take these belts out, and one by one there was a specific person who would read what these belts meant, and we'll talk about how they knew what they meant on there, and so we'll talk about that in the future. However, they also served a practical purpose, and it is believed there's a really excellent book about the Cherokees and wampum, and I'll get you the name of the book specifically, but it might be a little hard to find, but it's really nice. It was well written and well researched. But we have in our history still, and the Seneca people also have in their history, that at one point we made peace, and after we made peace, they brought some belts to us that were made by the Senecas, and these belts were to kind of commemorate that peace that was made, or that treaty that was made between our people and their people. These belts were created, and so it is believed that probably the belts that we still have in our possession, in the Cherokees' possession, were these belts that were given to us by the Seneca people, and whenever they're read, they haven't been actively read in quite a long time, but probably 30 years or more. But they talk about peace and things like that, so it kind of makes sense, and it all goes together. But anyway, that kind of brings us to the end of this class. I hope you found a lot of value in it. I hope you found something that you could latch onto, or that you acquired today. If not, just listen to it again, listen to it more. Every time you hear it, the more you're going to get out of it. So from all of us here at Cherokee Nation and RSU TV, I just want to say, what don't dago ha'i.